Lorenzo, Kajiki, Ivo, Kiko, Octave. The names of 5 storms that are coming in 2019. And they're all going to have, those 5 are going to have something in common. Lorenzo, Kajiki, Ivo, Kiko, Octave. The last 4 names, and those 5 names have a value of 314. And it's now 3:15 on Friday 26th of July 2019 in Wyoming in the USA. The next eruption is coming after an interval of 1:21 hours and 53 minutes. 1:21:53. So what's that? 5 days, 1 hour and 53 minutes. So Steamboat Geyser erupted 2 days, 1 hour and 22 minutes ago. And it's getting excited again because it heard a whisper that there's a certain bad boy coming. Lorenzo is coming. A powerful boy. He's a bad boy. He's a brat. But he's going to get whipped all the way across the Atlantic. And most cyclones, when they run into dry air, wind shear, whipping, they hate it and they die. Lorenzo is going to defy all expectations and he's going to blossom after going through a lot of whipping. Why? I guess he's a masochist. There's no other explanation for it. And this eruption of Steamboat Geyser is like a heads up. Monday. Manic Monday. The manic boy is coming. Monday there. Haha, how weird. So this Monday, the 29th of July, Steamboat Geyser is going to go off at 3:45 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time, Wyoming. Today is the 26th. It's the 26th of July 2019. It's showing the difference here between the 2 dates that I made my calculation, because the last eruption was on the 24th of July. So it's showing the interval. And so it should. Twin is 66. It is 6.6 degrees in Canberra. Sadist is 72. Sadist. You've got sadist that is consensual, respecting free will, and you've got sadist that's non-consensual, not respecting free will. 2 different types of sadist. Nathan Breeze, 119. He died in a firestorm. Fire demons, they don't respect free will. Firestorm is how he died. He died near Melbourne. And he has a spiritual twin. Actually, Nathan's lucky. He's got 2 spiritual twins. Jake in America and William in Australia. 2 boys who are like him. Angelic. It's actually raining in the part of the world Nathan's from right now. Australia, Victoria, Melbourne, Kinglake West. There's Kinglake. If it's not raining in Kinglake West now, I'd be surprised. It's up on the mountain. They died in a firestorm. Universal Time Coordinated. It's 9:12 a.m. Universal Time Coordinated. 26th of July 2019. This last frame. Which was 1912 Eastern Standard Time. 26th of July 2019. We can come out a bit. Rain. Red rain. Jake saw red rain. Jake died from being shot. So his red rain was blood. Nathan's red rain was fire. Consent, non-consent. Consensual, non-consensual. Jake and Nathan both died in non-consensual violence. What about consensual violence? Is that okay? If it's consensual, genuinely consensual, then yes. Because you could be talking anything, including sport. Kinky boy 112. Sport can be very rough. Jake used to be a goalie in ice hockey, so he knows about rough sports. Jake equals 27. It's the value of his name. Jake, the boy from Minnesota. Spiritual twin to Nathan. Kinky boy 112. So boys who don't mind a bit of rough play. But it needs to be consensual. You see, Lorenzo is going to be a hurricane. A powerful hurricane. Lorenzo is going to surprise. 345 has a value of 182, so if you add up the letters, they add up to 182. Prophecy of Satan, sting of the wasp, boy's horsewhip, flogging Lorenzo, cyclone Lorenzo. 1 plus 8 plus 2 is Jake's age, 11. He was too young to even know what his sexuality was. Didn't live long enough to find out. Nathan was old enough to know he was into girls. This is Nathan with his sister, Crystal. They were close, siblings. Nathan had a girlfriend at the time of his death. I don't know what her name was. So how is he similar to Jake? Because I'm pretty sure Jake was more same-sex attracted. Well, that's okay. You can be same-sex attracted. You can be heterosexual, homosexual, bisexual, autosexual, whatever. Sexuality is a very weird thing, man. It goes out, it expands, diversifies, it's dynamic. If you're honest. It's got all kinds of possibilities. 2 days, 1 hour, 29 minutes since Steamboat last erupted. It was the 24th of July and it was 1:52 AM Mountain Daylight Time. I didn't see this until quite late, about 11 PM. And of course it was Thursday here, because we're 16 hours ahead of Wyoming. And I saw Daniel from Florida on here, Aaron and Melissa from Chile. And I was reminded of someone, Daniel Zamudio from Chile. Someone else who died in non-consensual violence. Extreme violence, torture. And I've been thinking about another young man, Ye-Ming Yuen from London, who is currently in a jail in Singapore. And he knows about the Category 5 cane. He knows torture, non-consensual torture. It's no fun. Consensual, non-consensual. The world still hasn't worked it out. Powerful, 116. A powerful sexuality. Jacob, 31. 31. Still hasn't worked it out. The value of honesty. 24th of July 2019. 1:52 AM. Add 121 hours and 53 minutes. And it's going to be 3:45 AM on Monday, 29th of July 2019. It started with a dream and then things went on from there. I had a dream and then I went to McDonald's. and things went from there. Nathan Breeze 119. Masochistic equals 119. Masochistic sadist. A masochistic sadist. What's that? A sadomasochist. Someone who... 117. And 149. Someone who is kinky. Kinky equals 70. It's 7 degrees in Canberra. Bad equals 7. Captive equals 76. Boy deviant equals 117. The bad fetish boy equals 149. The bad fetish boy. And the storm boy is 160. 16 is the age of the mirror boy. Yes, Jake and Nathan have a mirror boy who is 16. So he's not old enough yet to do anything. He'll be 17 soon. He's still not old enough to do anything because he's not the legal age yet. But in another world, you'll find twins. Twin equals 66. The word twin has a value of 66. And eruption equals 118. Eruption of truth. Eruption of something unusual. 57 plus 53 plus 40 equals 150. So I went to Macca's, ordered a meal. I got 171 as my order number. And I thought, hey, 40. You know what? 40 minutes was in the last interval of Steamboat Geezer. The last interval of Steamboat Geezer. So what do we got? 117 and 149. Kinky, 70. Spanked equals 70. He got spanked. 119. Nathan Breeze. 67. Welsh. See, Breeze is a Welsh name, and so is David. 6 hours, 6 days, 6 hours and 7 minutes since the Riverside Geyser erupted. Riverside Geyser. And 1 hour 19 minutes since the Old Faithful went off. Okay. I was thinking maybe, just maybe. See, 40 minutes was in the last interval. 5 days, 19 hours, 40 minutes. 5 days, 19 hours, 40 minutes. Between the 18th of July at 6:12 and the 24th of July at 1:52. AM, Mountain Daylight Time. I thought, I just have this feeling. What if? Yeah, I reckon maybe 40 was the interval. So, just maybe. You just never know. Maybe the next interval is going to be 53 minutes. 40, 53. And maybe it'll be 171 hours. That's just the thought I had at Macca's. But earlier that day I'd had a different thought. After a weird dream. So if you add those three numbers together, they add up to 150. Lorenzo, Daniel, equals 150. I already had the name Daniel at the front of my mind. And Lorenzo. I didn't think to join them until today. 150. The last major eruption of Steamboat Geyser came at 1:52 AM, Mountain Daylight Time, after an interval of 5 days, 19 hours and 40 minutes. Breeze equals 61. It was the 61st major eruption in the current active phase of Steamboat Geyser. Just before midday yesterday, I went to Macca's in Tuggeranong, and my order number was 171. It's a good Macca's store. Good stuff. The thought came to me as I was standing there waiting, what if the next major eruption is coming after an interval of 171 hours and 53 minutes? Simple enough. 171 and 53. Just a silly thought, really. I know tropical cyclone equals 171. The name Lorenzo, twin Lorenzo, the 12th named Atlantic tropical or subtropical storm this year will be Lorenzo. So I ran the calculation, and it landed on 5:45, Wednesday, 31st of July 2019. I thought, 45's there. That's weird. Because 45 came up with a calculation that I'd done before that as well. Jacob equals 31. Daniel equals 45. My name also has a value of 45, Phil. Jacob, 31. Boy Jacob. Manoj. I've got an Indian friend named Manoj. 152. Wednesday, 24th of July 2019. Add 7 days, 3 hours, and 53 minutes. So 171 hours is 7 days and 3 hours. That's where 73 looked familiar. I saw that number before. And it's the value of sexy, 73. Sexy. Skin is 53, so it's like sexy skin. 5:45 Wednesday, 31st of July 2019. Yes, the number 45 had come up in two completely different calculations, inspired by two completely different things yesterday morning. Thursday, 25th of July 2019. And where are we at now? It's 7:31. Bad equals 7, Jacob equals 31. Bad Jacob. It's Friday, the 26th of July. No changes there. There's always changes here. Angel is 39. It's 2 days, 1 hour, 39 minutes since Steamboat last went off. Okay, so I was like, interesting. Prior to entering Macca's, I had been thinking the next interval for Steamboat Giza might be 121 hours and 45 minutes. This was in the wake of a very strange dream I'd had just a few hours earlier. In my dream, someone I used to know named Michael, keeping in mind that Michael was a bad hurricane last year, very bad hurricane. Someone I used to know named Michael had gone into an extremely hyperactive manic state before turning into a wasp and chasing us around. It was meant to be some kind of game, but I was running away, terrified. He buzzed down onto the back of my head, and began trying to sting me with great enthusiasm. Luckily, someone had sprayed him with fly spray, so his stinger wasn't working properly. He was trying his best to sting me, though, and I could feel firm pressure against the back of my skull, where the stinger was trying to go in, and I could hear a loud click, click, clicking noise, like electricity going click, 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 into my skull. I had the unsettling thought that terrible pain might suddenly kick in after the delayed reaction, but it didn't happen. After I woke up, it came to me that manic might be a clue relating to the next major eruption of Steamboat Giza in Wyoming. The dream had been cryptic enough that I began analysing its main symbols almost immediately upon waking. I mentally associate the word manic with Monday, thanks to the Bangles and Prince who wrote that song. I've previously talked about the symbolism of the word black in relation to a certain YouTube version of the music video, Manic Monday by the Bangles. So yeah, towards the end of the video, a black square comes up. If you press pause, there's something weird at the end of the video, and a black square comes up, where there should be a date, but there's no date. Black. 29. 29 is the age of Ye-Ming Yuen, the tortured DJ from London. No consent in his torture at all. this coming Monday is the 29th of July, and the last major eruption of Steamboat Geyser was number 29 of 2019. If the next major steamboat eruption is coming on Monday, then what about the time? If not 1 p.m, then what might the time be? The value of William's full name is 337. And this possibility quickly sprang to the front of my mind yesterday morning. Spanking equals 91. But 91 is gone. It's now 92. Jayton is 46. A bad boy who doesn't mind a good spanking. Doesn't mind a good spanking. So 337 is the number we're talking. It's soon going to be 337 in Wyoming. It's 3:35 now, Friday, 26th of July, 2019. My name has a value of 147. Eruption is 118. Athlete is 71. Athlete, that could be Jayton. Or it could be Jayton looking in the mirror and seeing Lorenzo. Lorenzo's an athlete. Lorenzo's an Italian name. Means from Laurentum. Uriel equals 65. Uriel is an archangel. One of the 7. Michael is an archangel, and so is Uriel. Uriel equals 65. And if you swap it around, it becomes 56, which is whip. A whip for a demon. Well, Lorenzo's a demon, and when he gets into demon mode, he's an angel, then he's a demon. A demon when he gets horny. I guess that's how it works. And athlete, 71. Athlete. So Samuel also equals 71. Samuel. One of the twins in Red Rain. Samuel. 337. I guess it's probably there. Yeah, it's there. 3:37 a.m. Friday, 26th of July, 2019 in Wyoming. That's the time now. And this is what I thought the time would be. I thought, oh yeah, it's going to happen at 3:37. So exactly 3 days from now. And maybe it will. Maybe that first thought I had was right. Maybe that's the truth. But then the Macca's thing happened. And maybe that was just to mislead me. Because who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? I don't know, because I'm not psychic. But 337. All I know is that is the value of William's full name. And when William looks in the mirror, he too sees Lorenzo. The brat. Getting a good whipping and then getting stronger. During his whipping, expanding in size, growing, bigger and stronger. So when I saw 337, the possibility quickly sprang to the front of my mind yesterday morning. It was easy enough to mentally work out what the interval would be since the last eruption. An interval of exactly 5 days would result in 152 on Monday. So all I needed to do was add an extra 8 minutes, taking me to 2 p.m. Then an extra hour, taking me to 3 p.m. And then 37 minutes, taking me to 3:37. I've put p.m. That's weird. Because it's a.m., not p.m. We're talking a.m. Well, who knows? Maybe it's p.m. I said that last time and it was true. I was talking p.m. and it ended up being a.m. Now I'm talking... Oh, who knows, man. But no, we're going with a.m. So it's meant to be a.m. in all those cases. That's more like it. And it's Mountain Daylight Time coordinated, for the record. So 8 plus 37 is 45. 3 a.m. is a song by Matchbox 20 as well. 8 plus 37 is 45. And that's what I thought. Oh, Daniel, the evil twin in Red Rain. Daniel and Samuel are the twins in the story by R.L. Stein. Daniel, Daniel, Daniel. And the wasp buzzing into my head could have been saying, it's you, it's you, it's you, because Phil has the same value, 45. Just before going to bed on Thursday night, I saw that Daniel from Florida was among those who witnessed the 61st major eruption of Steenberg Geyser at 1:52 on Wednesday, 24th of July, 2019. He was one of them, one of the people, one of the witnesses. So it happened at 5:52 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. That was the time where I was. I didn't read about it until 11 p.m. 5 days, 1 hour, 45 minutes takes us to 3:37 this Monday. 1:52 of Wednesday, 24th of July, 2019, plus 5 days, 1 hour, 45 minutes equals 3:37 on Monday, 29th of July, 2019. So that was my first calculation, which I did while lying in bed yesterday morning. Before I even got up, I had worked that out in my head because I knew straight away that dream was like probably talking about Monday. Manic Monday. Michael equals 51. And I was like, oh yeah, Michael, 51. He was the guy in the dream. Angelic equals 51. Demon. Well, that's like Daniel and Samuel, the twins. Daniel equals 45. You see, Hugo was a hurricane. The year Jake was taken by a non-consensual violating predator, he would have known about Hugo, because Hugo made landfall on Charleston exactly 1 month before Jake's life ended. There were people who died in this hurricane, Hugo. Jake died from something completely unrelated to Hugo. A killer named Daniel took Jake. My name has the same value. My bad saddle, kink. Kink. Kink points to something like a fetish. Something that you have that's just something that evolves or is naturally part of your sexuality or whatever. It's just something that you get turned on by. In this photo, Jake's 11 years old. It was taken just a few months before his life ended. Like I said, he was taken by a non-consensual, violating predator. Saddle, 45. Kink. Jake and Nathan are twins. But how? 1 hour, 45 minutes is 105 minutes. Lorenzo equals 105. How old is William? He's the same age as, it's meant to say as Jayton and Demas. And he has the same birthday as Jayton. Friday, 6th of September 2002. So a twin and a twin, and they have a twin. That would be triplets then. Spiritual triplets. The Welsh Warrior, 202. I need to feel the sting. We can catch up at 1 p.m. Wyoming steamboat. Eruption at 1 p.m. Hurricane Lorenzo. The landfalling cyclone. Melissa and Lorenzo. Melissa means honeybee. And the queen bee is like a wasp. It can keep stinging over and over again. We can catch up next Thursday at 1 p.m. That was the dream message. I said to William, I've been meaning to catch up with you, and he said, we can catch up next Thursday at 1 p.m. in a dream on my birthday. So 105 plus 16 is 121. Li Suta, the name of the adoptive mom of the twins, Daniel and Samuel, in Red Rain. Li Suta. Triangular also equals 1, 2, 1. Equilateral. 152, Wednesday 24th of July 2019, plus 121 hours and 45 minutes equals 3:37 on Monday 29th of July 2019. So 337 came to mind for a reason. What is so interesting about 337? What is so interesting about any number? It's 3:45. I didn't plan that, but that's the time we're talking, I think. 3:45 a.m. Today's Friday the 26th of July 2019. So it's going to be 7:45 in my part of the world. And it's going to be Monday, July 29. I reckon that is the time. Jayton, 46, has the same value as Demas, 46. Twin, twin. Twin equals 66. 145, 14.5. Nathan David Breeze equals 159. Nathan David Breeze. Flagellation. Flagellation is like intense whipping. Not most people's cup of tea, but everyone's different. Twin, 66. Twin, 66. Bad equals 7. 7. 7. 120. I think that's like the value of Mount Signable. MT Signable. Yeah, I think so. 120. It's in there. It's in here somewhere. What's with a number? What's with a name? What's with a name? What's in a number? William's full name, including his two middle names, has a value of 337. And if you drop the two middle names, his name has a value of 199. And that was my order number at Macca's on Monday, 19th of February 2018. 199. The same day I saw this. So I went to Macca's and I saw this car. And then I went inside and ordered a meal, a coffee, and 199 was my order number. And I was like, you're kidding me. So it's gone back a while now. More than a year ago. The table number markers were also arranged so they displayed the number 199. So as these markers are arranged like that, it was 1, 1, and 9. Or it was something that gave 119 anyway. I couldn't photograph it because I didn't have my phone. But I did have my laptop. So I thought that is weird. Very weird. So I couldn't easily photograph, but I got my laptop and I got a photo of the car with its number plate 337. You can kind of tell I took the photo with, maybe you can tell. I took the photo with my laptop. Not the easiest thing. It strikes me as even more coincidental now that it's in the past. At the time I was blown away, but now it strikes me as even weirder. Daniel and Samuel, Hurricane Lorenzo, equals 337. And then for the really weird part, at around the same time that I was being awestruck by these highly unlikely coincidences, a large volcanic eruption was taking place in Sumatra, Indonesia. This turned out to be the largest eruption in the recorded history of Mount Sinabung, and the eruption peaked later that evening, Monday 19th of February 2018. And that's it. That's the eruption that was happening that day. as I was being wigged out in McDonald's by all these weird coincidences. Very, very powerful coincidences. I felt it even before I heard about this. Mount Sinabung, Sumatra, Indonesia. Big eruption. I read it's the biggest in its history. Sinabung equals 87. Birthday Boy Daniel, 87. Mount Sinabung has the same value as Archangel Michael. Angelic Sting, Brat William, Good William, Release Satan, Twin Jets. What is Satan? Sexual energy. Lust. Lust in the boy, Lorenzo, because he's that type of boy. Mount Sinabung, 170. Satan's Steamboat. Sign for the bad boy, on July 18, 170. I told you, Mount Sinabung equals 120. I was quite prepared to be wrong, but I was right. Mount Sinabung, 120. Twin. There's another volcano up here in Indonesia called Mount Papandayan, and it has a twin peak, Mount Puntang. Nathan David Breeze, I reckon that's his volcano. Twin Jets, well that's Steamboat Giza. It is twin jets. Twin jets of steam. It's 2 days, 1 hour, 58 minutes since Steamboat Giza last went off. Steam equals 58, and it becomes 59. As I say it, Dragon is 59. Steam is 58. Dragon, fire, and steam. Steam is energy that's been changed. That's why the steamboat is the symbol. Lust changed into something else. So, Mount Sinabung, Norris Giza Basin, is where Steamboat Giza is. Norris has the same value as Papandayan and Puntang. Indonesian volcano Boy's Thunder. Mount Papandayan's twin Mount Puntang. So Papandayan, Puntang and Norris have the same value, 93. A reflection of Angel, 39. The last explosive eruption of Mount Papandayan in West Java, Indonesia, was in November-December 2002. The year William was born, the year Jayton was born, the year Demas was born, because Jayton and Demas are twins. They're in another world now. Parallel world. So in the parallel world, they are the same age as William. Exactly the same age, because they were born on the same date. Nathan David Breeze was born on Friday, 24th of November 1995. In the life he lived here, on Earth. But he's not here now. 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 24. Nathan born on the 24th. 4 sixes. And that reminds me of something. Steamboat Giza did something weird. Nathan David Breeze, 159. Still there. Something weird, something cool, something interesting. 2 days, 2 hours, 1 minute since Steamboat Giza last went off. Since the last major eruption. This eruption here was at 6:12. So 6, 12, 18. 24. 6, 12, 18, 24. And the word 6, S-I-X, equals 52. Daniel from Florida, Aaron and Melissa from Chile, and Craig C. 2 days, 2 hours, 2 minutes since Steamboat last erupted. Lustful equals 111. Lustful. Athlete, 71. Jake is 27. Cain equals 23. Cain. Hurricane, Lorenzo. 6 is 52. 6 as a word written out has a value of 52. It's 19 plus 9 plus, that's interesting, 19 plus 9 plus 24. Sleek Devil, Riddle Young Josh, Heart of Jacob. The 61st major eruption in the current active phase of Steamboat Geyser came at 1:52 on Thursday 24th of July 2019. AM Mountain Daylight Time. After an interval of 1:39 hours and 40 minutes. Since the Steamboat Geyser's 60th major eruption at 6:12 on Thursday 18th of July 2019. As I was just showing you, 6/12/18. And then the next eruption was on the 24th. 612 equals 139. David equals 40. If you add them together, you get 179. And that was the interval before. 179 hours and 4 minutes. Seriously. Nathan is suggesting a third possibility. The coincidence at Macca's in Tuggeranong yesterday was directing me to slightly adjust the calculation that I made immediately after my dream. 171, Twin Lorenzo, tropical cyclone, is a rearrangement of 117. Sneaky Boy, Boy Deviant, 11 plus 7 is 18. 18 and you're legal, boy. You can do whatever you want, boy. If you want a spanking, you can get one, boy. Steamboat Geyser's major eruption on Thursday, 18th of July 2019, came after an interval of 179 hours and 4 minutes. Like I was saying. I'm not making this up. I swear. Twin 66. It's still 6.6 in Canberra. We've still got some flagellation going on in Melbourne. A lot of kinky people down there, you see. That's why. Kinky discipline in Brisbane. I mean, flagellation as a word equals 114. It's 11.4 in Melbourne. And kinky discipline equals 170. Well, I guess Brisbane is kinky in a different way, probably. And Samuel, one of the twins in Red Rain. Well, those boys are too young to be doing any of those things. But then on the other hand, they are quite evil. So maybe they do need a good spanking, but no one would be allowed to give them a good spanking, so you just have to let them go. And I guess that's okay, but there's just no balance in the world, you know what I mean? The world lurches one way and then it lurches the other way. And it's like no discipline at all for some, and others get absolutely smashed with discipline. Like Ye-Ming Yuen in Singapore. Twin 66. Samuel 71. I mean, Samuel's a likeable boy. It's just he's got an evil twin who leads him astray. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you. 179, if we go to Steamboat Geyser, 2 days, 2 hours, 6 minutes since it last went off. 149 is the value of you know who. And Jake was up the top there. So Jake equals 27, you see. This one here, see 7 days, 11 hours and 4 minutes? Well, 7 days and 11 hours is 179 hours. Jake was born on the 17th. Powerful, 116. It went for that long. Christian man, 129. Now, Christian man doesn't mean necessarily good or bad. It means anointed. That's what Christian means, anointed. 2 days, 2 hours, 6 minutes since Steamboat Geyser last erupted. And now we have the man, 28, where we had Jake just before. Now Jake is down here, 27. Powerful, 116. Powerful sexuality of the angelic demon boy, who is now becoming a man. And Lorenzo is his reflection. When he looks in the mirror, he sees himself as the demon, Lorenzo, all excited because he's getting a good whipping. Steamboat Psychic, Welsh Connection, Jake's Mirror Boy, Jake Wetling's Mirror Boy, Jayton. Skin of Lorenzo, welted, I assume. The brat, Lorenzo, the bad hurricane boy. Usually, if you get whipped, you get tired and you get weak. But Lorenzo, he's a deviant. He gets whipped and he gets stronger. He gets whipped, he gets fiercer. He gets whipped, he gets more excited. And, wow. How about an interval of 21 hours and 53 minutes? How about that? Nathan just likes to throw the odd idea out. Even though he's very practical, I have a feeling he's psychic and he just doesn't like to talk about it. How about an interval of 21 hours and 53 minutes? So in other words, take the idea from your dream and combine it with the idea from Macca's, and maybe you'll be getting closer. Well, maybe. So 1:52, Wednesday 24th of July. Let's try that. 121 hours and 53 minutes. That's what I thought this afternoon. You land on 3:45. Daniel is still in the mix. Daniel from Florida. Daniel, the evil twin in Red Rain. Or Daniel, the torture victim in Chile. Non-consensual torture is bad. Very bad. For so many reasons. 3:45 on Monday, 29th of July 2019. Aberrant Boy. Angelic Demons. 121. Like I was saying, triangular, equilateral has the same value. So 345. Angelic is 51. Angelic is in there because 121 hours is 5 days and 1 hour. That's how it will be reported. 5 days and 1 hour. Choir. Angelic choir. Choir is 53. Reminds me of the song, No Light, No Light. Florence and the Machine. Remember Cyclone Florence? Hurricane Florence last year? 345. If you write it out, it equals 182. Prophecy of Satan. The demonized bad boy of religion. The good people seem to like torturing Satan. Against his free will. No consent. He's a devil, let's torture him, let's throw him in jail. And let's persecute him and whip him and flog him and stone him and let's kill him. It's surprising how many good people think that way. Allegedly good people. Just because they've decided someone is Satan. It happens disturbingly frequently, even today. And yet the same people, if someone is kinky, and if someone's like, you know what, I wouldn't mind a good spanking, they say, oh, you're weird, man. So they're happy to force people to do stuff against their free will, but they're not so keen on people being able to choose things that are weird by their standard, by their judgment, by their assessment, by their experience, whatever. 2 days, 2 hours, 11 minutes since Steamboat last erupted. Lorenzo is a response to those stupid people who torture without the consent of their victim. Stupid or evil? What are they? Ignorant, stupid, evil? I don't know. William is a pain warrior. When William looks in the mirror, do you know who he sees? He sees none other than Lorenzo. Lorenzo flexing his muscles. Lorenzo getting turned on by the whip. Big time. He likes the sting. He needs the sting. He wants to feel the sting. Doesn't bother him. It does, but it doesn't. Sexual energy. It's powerful. No point repressing it, he says. Let's go. So let's go. 1 + 8 + 2 is 11. Jake was 11. Too young to know. Except, not. At 11, Jake did know. He knew he was into boys. He knew that much. Maybe not exclusively, but mostly. He had felt attraction to other boys. He wasn't sure what to make of it. It wasn't socially acceptable. Jake was abducted and murdered by Daniel James Heinrich, a closeted predator. Closeted. Gutless. But also a victim of a society that forced gay people into closets, so closeted predators were more likely to come out of that. And they did. And Jake was unlucky enough to be the victim of such a man. Daniel is the evil twin in Red Rain by R.L. Stone. Daniel James Heinrich, Danny Heinrich, Jake's killer. The twins, aged 12 in Red Rain. 12 times 2 is 24. The last eruption was on the 24th. The last major eruption of Steamboat Geyser was on the 24th of July. 24 strokes of the cane. That's what he suffered. Ye-Ming Yuen in the jail in Singapore. 24 strokes of the category 5 cane. 24, that's what he was sentenced to. Did he get that many? I think so. But I don't know. Because everything went quiet. It's like they abducted him away into silence. It's like they vanished him, disappeared him. 24-year-old Daniel Zamudio died after he was brutally tortured in Chile by white supremacist neo-Nazi thugs. Murderers. This is why it's so dangerous for people to go around saying that hell awaits homosexuals and others who fail to repent. What is hell? It's what Daniel